Welcome back to another one. Out in the garage trying to finish up the last little bit of insulation. My son came out and helped me, and we got the last that I need to hang, or that I plan on hanging now, all cut out and piece trimmed down to be able to fit up here by the chimney and that. I got the piece there in the corner, and I said I got this piece cut, and we got the rest of these cut down here for this wall here, and then these last two pieces. So I'm gonna get them hung. I gotta move my decoys and stuff out of the way to be able to finish that up, and then start picking everything up. I'll still have the far east side over here yet to do, both sides. I'll have the whole piece left to do. So I gotta get this stuff hung, and then I'll do that last piece. This last piece over here, I'll get that here in the future. I'm not gonna push it off for too much longer or too far out, but I said we gotta get this stuff hung, and then I gotta get this cleaned up, put away. Golf clubs go to the basement, but get all the insulation stuff picked up and put away, because my son is in 4-H and sold fruit this year, or again, and needing the space here next weekend to be able to stack all of his boxes in here and sort them out so we can get all the fruit delivered. Don't really have the room for it, so kind of time crunch now to get it all ready. Won't be hard, I just won't have the room or the time and the space to be able to continue working on insulation, have everything out. So hopefully I can get all this stuff hung up and put away. And then I said hopefully maybe come out this week and cut a few more pieces if I can off of what's left on this roll. Be able to get half of it done at least for now. And then after fruit's gone and over with next weekend, I'll be able to finish this other side, whichever part I have left. And then this, I'm not going to line it with plastic yet. I'm gonna line I'll get it lined this summer with the plastic, or this spring. Get everything lined up with that vapor barrier, and then start working on the tin. I had a few other projects I want to start working on here, so I won't have all the time to be able to get the plastic lined up there. But I have the plastic, just we'll work on that here later this spring or summer. I have busy time of work coming up here real soon, where I'll be working a few longer hours and longer weeks and stuff, so kind of shift priorities from this to that. Got a large majority of this done though, and like I said, then I'll just have this done. I'll get it all insulated, so that way even if I don't get it to the summer, next fall when it starts getting cold and want to come out here and work in the garage, I can start the wood stove up and start lining with plastic if I haven't got the tin yet. If I get the tin, I'll get plastic up before I get the tin on and start working on that as I can too. But it's not a huge rush right now to get the vapor barrier up right now. So, but otherwise it's quite a bit warmer in here now. Or I mean, it's not warmer, it's not like it's heated in here, but it's about 35 degrees. I don't know if you can see that there. It's about 35 degrees in here, and it's like 21 outside right now, and was overnight it was like 17, 16, 15 overnight low. And yesterday wasn't, I think yesterday was only like 28 degrees, I think, right around that 30 degree mark later on in the day. But so seems to help hold the little bit of heat that's in here, or the cold that's out. So far it's doing what I want it to do. They'll save some of my wood. And I said I only have about 5 pieces of wood left for the year. I haven't gone out and cut and split any wood yet, so it's helping us out in that aspect though, of keeping some of the chill out. The only thing I'll have after this will be able to insulate the garage door, which I have a plan for that. Just wait until the rest of it's all done, and then I'll work on that later. So yeah, I just figured I'd give you guys a little update on it. So I just did a video on the John boat project, the catfishing boat, and just an update on that. I had guys reaching out about that, and I said I know a lot of people are kind of wanting to know how we're doing this or seeing how we're doing it. I've showed it in the past, but I'm going to climb up here, give you another shot here. So I just got that webbing stapled in 4 lines, and I've gotten straighter at it when I'm putting them up there now. They kind of were weaving back and forth, but I just have them 4, so it is sagging a little bit in the middle, but like I said, once you put that plastic up there, that'll help hold that up tight a little bit better, and then the tin will even hold it. Might use some string or something on like this middle section that's sagging here and just kind of put a nail up there and tighten it across and pick that up, just help pick that last little bit of sag up, but I'm not certain if I'll do that yet or not. But otherwise we're just putting it up in there, and I'm doing this by myself too, so I only have the one ladder, so I pick it up and fold it and then just pinch it with one hand and then use the other one, and I tuck it up above the rafter and then push it up in between those purlin boards and take my strap and pull it up there and staple it, and then I get the second one, and by the time I get that second one, I'll let the tail of that insulation just hang, and then I can move my ladder over to get to the next two straps and reach over and pull it up and tuck it up in there and staple them, and then move on to the next one. It don't take a whole long time to get them up there, so it's more trying to get motivated to come out and do it by yourself, because it could be a lot easier with another person. But even once you get going on it, I think this section here last weekend when I was working on it, it took me about 20 minutes I think to get all that up, so it wasn't too bad. It's just harder to get motivated to want to come out here and work on it by yourself. So it'd just be easier with somebody else helping you hold it, but didn't have another ladder or able bodies willing to help. So the only thing I haven't done on these is stuff some insulation up in the center here and in between, right on the peak. I have when I'm cutting those pieces out, I have the end of the strip isn't wide enough to cut it, you know, to like this one was 22 and I think it was like 22 and 5/8 or something like that. So I didn't have enough to do that. It might only been like 16 inches. So I'm using those. I'm going to use those to fill those holes there. By cutting them down, I got a stack on the other side over there that's all the smaller ones that I'll be able to use for there, and then also around that walk-in door, the little bit I have left over there. And then if I have enough of this insulation left over, I'll possibly use it on this wall around the air compressor. If I don't use just the foam board on that, I'm not sure if I want to move all the breaker box and everything off the wall yet or not. So, but that's the next in line to be working on that piece. But I said I know I'm going to use some of that leftover stuff, the cutoff pieces and stuff around the doorway there. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys following along on this project and a few of the others. So hopefully here we can start getting a lot more of these projects completed. We're just doing them in stages as money and time allows. And I said, and then the weather cooperating. So once I get this garage insulated, the weather don't have to play along as well or as nice, I'll be able to heat it up out here. And said I'm gonna get my boat pushed in here, and that'll be where I can, that way it's out of the way and I can get both vehicles in. Of course, spring coming, I'll be able to get the golf cart out and won't have to worry about piling it in here. And once we get a lot of this stuff done, I'll be able to start putting this stuff up on the walls and putting it away. And I might have a video later today that I'll be able to make. Of course, it'll be a couple days after this video post. If I can get this insulation up and get some of the stuff put away, I have a truckload of stuff I need to unload. Some more, few auction goodies and a few items like that. But I said my back of my pickup is completely loaded, and I got quite a bit of stuff in the back seat, and I'll kind of do a video on that stuff too. There's a few cool items in there I'd like to share with you guys. Follows along with that, some of the stuff I bought in the auction before. But some of this I didn't have to buy either. So, but I'll give you a video on that here coming up. There's some cool stuff in there. And like I said, I got to make the room in here to be able to get that in here, and then also have room for the 4-H fruit coming next Saturday, so a week from yesterday. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.